Welcome to another presentation at the East Trade Winds, hosted by Bernie Franzgrote and Wayne Pratt. The presentation today is titled Business Development Unleashed, the FounderLed Method. Our guest is Harry Koundakjian, founder of FounderLed. Harry is the co-founder of FounderLed Consulting and a seasoned sales professor, helps science and tech companies optimize their business development and sales strategies. With years of experience and a passion for mentoring future entrepreneurs, Harry believes great sales teams and the right guidance can transform businesses. At FounderLed Consulting, Harry uses proven methods to streamline sales processes, empower teams, and drive sustainable growth. Whether you're a startup or scaling your operations, his insights are tailored to help you succeed. Plus, with the added expertise from an EMBA, he brings cutting-edge strategies to the table. Take advantage of an exclusive 10% discount on FounderLed Consulting services for a limited time. If you're ready to elevate your sales strategy, connect with Harry today and start achieving your business goals. Watch the video to discover how Harry's approach can supercharge your sales team and make a lasting impact on your business.
I wanted to give a quick intro on who I am and talk a bit about some of the challenges that I see from my perspective as a sales consultant. I want to share a bit of data that we've analyzed and echoed in the market. And then I want to share a solution. I want to leave you in a good spot. And I plan on doing so in less than 10 minutes. So I'll talk a bit about me, business professor primarily, but also run a consultancy with my good friend, Justin Urquhart. And he and I met at Queen's Business School. We finished our MBAs and said, you know what? The thing that we have to do is start a consultancy. And so if you don't, Queens will revoke all your passes and everything. So in order to keep my email, I have to start this consultancy. So that's good. And so then our complementary skills put us in a position where he can figure out cybersecurity risk and sort of general management. And then I have the revenue portion, so marketing and sales. And so we're in good shape to support each other and run this consultancy with good stuff. We work primarily with science and tech founders who are interested in predicting profitability. And what that means is start with a good revenue stream. But before that, it's, hey, is your product fit to the right persona? Does it fit with the right people? Is it positioned in a way that would allow you to be profitable sooner than later? We build a predictable path to revenue positivity. By that, money in the bank. So that's our goal. That's our mission, is to ensure that tech founders are in a place where they can focus on their skills and expertise in developing products in the science and technology space while generating revenue at the same time. We make it really easy for them to have a PhD in something and then also build a company and have that company be profitable. So that's where the mission comes, validating product fit and finding new customers comes from. So what I wanted to talk about today were challenges in small company sales and what we see from the small company perspective, like before a sales team is fully built. And then I want to talk about our easy sort of business development process that we support our founders with and how that translates to revenue. There's a ton more detail for all this slide, so please reach out to me if there's any questions and I can elaborate in much more detail. But in terms of in the auspices of time and brevity, I'll just move on to the challenges that we see and how we address those challenges. And so what you're seeing here is data regarding debutante salespeople. So beginning salespeople, young salespeople in their career. And this is data that we've amassed and analyzed from over 170 companies. What you're seeing in figure 1 here is the average experience for a beginner salesperson based on their years of what they demand. And what we see over time is a large increase in salespeople that have experience already. And so if you're imagining yourself as a science and tech founder, you're saying, I need to start selling something. The market actually demands that you have 3.6 years of sales experience to be considered a debutante salesperson. And so these are people that have been analyzed to be first-time salespeople. So in the last 2 years, realistically, industry has demanded a more than 50% increase in experience in sales to be even considered a junior salesperson. So what industry is asking, or entrepreneurs are being asked to do, is have a specialty, be a good general manager, and also become a competent sales expert, all in less than 3 years. The average time across company shutdowns are less than 2 years. So it's impossible for a tech entrepreneur or a science entrepreneur to develop the skill in a way that would allow them to be successful in the sales process. So these are the challenges that we face. What's worse is in figure 2 here, we see the percentage of the share of companies with an average ramp time a sales success time of 5 months or higher. So what we've done is we've taken a look at, again, a couple hundred companies and said ramp time is the time to become competent and comfortable with selling has increased tremendously, or we have begun to understand that it takes a lot more time to become more confident and comfortable in sales. And figure two shows the share of companies with an average ramp time of 5 months or higher. So in 2024, 63% of respondents said you need to be competent and capable to even begin to sell. And so there's a lower tolerance in the market for debutante salespeople. So if this market demands that beginner salespeople have experience in sales, how would we ever be able to expect that science and tech founders who have extensive technical experience learn and sell and run a company? It's too time consuming and realistically takes quite a bit of skill to do. And so what we've gone and done is built a process that translates based on our understanding of the science and tech space. So that's Justin and I's experience. Again, I talked about my molecular biology. Justin is a physicist by trade. And so we have a good understanding based on our science background, but then also our business backgrounds, the business school, that puts us in a space to evaluate sales protocols for busy entrepreneurs and companies. And the way that we do that really is a repeatable process. And so what the demographics that we work with, the personas that we work with, that we engage with, are interested in is something that is repeatable, a protocol, an SOP, a standard operating procedure, something that they can follow generally easy. So we said, okay, how would we go ahead and do that? And so we've broken down the major challenge to be, what is your one goal as an entrepreneur? The problem that we solve is the one thing that we beg our tech founders and scientific founders to do is, what is your plan to go find new revenue? How are you going to find new people to talk to? And so we've broken this problem and solution into a 5-step process, which is pretty typical among sales processes. However, we've added a bit more detail. And so once the scientific technology founder has identified who can be the ideal customer, then we can go out and find leads. But the first step beyond an MVP is, who's going to buy this thing? Who's going to use this thing? And so we help them craft that persona and identify it within some tools and then generate leads. And so how do you identify contacts that are this type of person? How do you find real people that would be able to use your thing? And so the presentation is nice, but we work with founders and we do the work as well. And so we do the outreach, we communicate as effectively as possible with the personas and generate data that they can build a protocol against and do their own work. That's the point of all this, by the way. What we found was, in spite of advanced technical skills with science and tech founders, it's a real pain to get the lead list into a repeatable system. And the reason why we made this a stage is because that repeatable system is critical. Like, if you're missing leads, or if you're not reaching back out to people, or if you're not communicating effectively and continuously, you're going to have a bad time. And so what did resonate with those folks is having a dedicated system for it. CRM, client relationship management tool. Pretty cliche. HubSpot, Salesforce, they're ubiquitous now. But set one up. Like, it's a checkbox at this stage. So how do you transcribe that information that we generated in phase 1 into phase 2? And how do you create an actionable pathway thereafter? And then it's some science. We apply simple analysis to, A/B testing, classic marketing techniques on, hey, what message resonates the best? But we do that by remixing some of the features, advantages, and benefits associated with the product. And so having that discipline of, this is a feature, that's not a benefit, and pushing founders in that space is really effective, because founders are proud of features. They built these things, they care about them. And so it can be challenging on how to translate that into sales. And then ideally they get to a space where they can execute, or we can execute with them and get to what we call the business development flow state, where you're rolling, you're churning, and stages 1 through 3 are in service of stage 4, where you actually execute. And we found this to be a shortcoming with regards to the tech founders, where because they're strapped on time and maybe on experience or education, pulling the trigger, executing, doing the outreach can be intimidating. And so we do a ton of prep work with them to ensure that they're in a place where they can genuinely execute. And then it's classic sales. There is a ton of resource on how you transition the conversations to sales. So we don't necessarily need to go there. What we found is that there's a lot of consultants who say, oh, great, you've done all the hard work. Now let's come in and run the quick numbers and we can build a sales pipeline for you. We can help. We don't see it as valuable because there's a ton of information there. There's not a lot of demand and there is a lot of supply of cliche sales manager kind of stuff. So once you get to this point, you're having conversations, you're doing the real sales thing, you're having a good time. So that's generally the system that we have. It's the problem to solve again is creating a predictable system where you can do the outreach and create more revenue based on more conversations. I'd be delighted to answer questions. I would be very happy if we connected online. I'm here to support this community. So if you have any questions or comments, please send me a note on LinkedIn. If you didn't like my jokes, please keep that to yourself. But realistically, I'm happy to be here and I'm so thankful for the opportunity to speak to you all. Thanks again.
Unlock the full potential of networking with East Trade Wins. Are you eager to connect with our esteemed guest speaker and delve deeper into the ever-expanding universe of connections? Simply scan the QR code now and embark on a journey of endless opportunities. Join us at East Trade Wins, where we gather online via Zoom every Tuesday from 8 to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, you're welcome to connect with us. Seize the moment, register for free, and start exploring today. Fancy sharing your insights as a guest speaker? We're looking for you. Reach out to Wayne Pratt to ignite your speaking journey. Email him at wayne@motivateyou.ca or connect with Wayne on LinkedIn. Don't wait. Take action and be a part of a global community that's shaping the future of business networking.